So Alex, last minute winner in the first round of the Cup. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a tough game. I think always against Galway they're going to be tough. But I think coming on Roma and stuff and Noel, they changed the game when they come on, and I think having players like that on the bench just shows how good the squad is and how much we need them. But yeah, look, it was a tough game and happy to get them in the end.
Obviously, you mentioned it was a tough game. You're in the middle of the park. Is there any difference in preparing for Galway as opposed to other?
Look, they played a box in the middle, but I think for us, I think it's just focusing on the game, and I don't think you prepare well for every game. Every game is going to be different, and I think analysis and stuff like that, you kind of know what to expect sometimes, but sometimes it can change. But I think preparation, it's always going to be the same.
Obviously, getting a last minute winner kind of showed how the team just kept going throughout the game, even though it was really tough. What do you think it is about the team that enables you to just keep going for each other?
I think it's just it's like a family kind of team, and I think Owen said to us at the start, no matter what happens we keep fighting, and I think that's just the mentality that you have to have as a team, and I think we've really worked on that during the season. Sometimes we can drop off last season and stuff like that, but I think as a team now we know that we can't drop off, and that's what it takes to win games, so I think we really worked on that, and then I think you can see it today.
It's obviously been a bit of a stop-start in the season, with a few weeks off and then All-Ireland Cup and back to league and then starting the Cup. How has it been kind of getting the first game out of the way of the Cup?
Yeah, look, it's not ideal to stop and starting, but I think it's down to us just to prepare and train and just keep training, and I think that's what we've done. Obviously it's the same for every team, so there's no kind of excuses, but I think we just kept training, and I think it's worked well for us.
Obviously now next week going back into the All-Ireland Cup against Treaty at home, how are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I think, look, we just prepare like we always do. Treaty are a good team, so we just have to prepare and hopefully get the win.
And finally, just a note on the crowd. They were loud today. Does that help?
Yeah, I think obviously the Pride event and stuff like that, a lot of people came down to it, but I think it's like an extra man, when you have the crowd coming down to it, and obviously it was a big game, it was a tough draw, but having them there, I think it's such a help.
That's brilliant. Thanks a million.
Thank you.